Before we get to another debate show edited by Glober Mum, and I'm very, very sorry, Glober Mum, for making you watch so many of my debates, I wanted to remind you all who this flat earther is. He's called Right the Hand, and once said that women have no place in sports like boxing or MMA as they're just too weak, and even the most unfit, untrained male fighter could easily beat the strongest and best trained female in a fight. This is what happened when female MMA star Tara La Rosa took him up on this.
Welcome back to the channel that dangles stupidity off a building by its ankles, makes it beg for its life and still drops it anyway. Today I'm going to have a discussion with a flat earther called Right the Hand, who has been talking up an absolute storm on Discord. I'll just let you introduce yourself, Right the Hand. Say hello to the folks.
What up? I'm Right the Hand.
Okay, might as well just get into it. What shapes the Earth?
I don't know. I haven't seen the whole thing with my own eyes, so if I declared anything, it would be a faith-based argument.
No, that's not how faith works. That's called a genetic fallacy.
So how does faith work then? What is faith?
Well, faith isn't really important in a discussion in science because I don't have any faith. I have data that leads me to conclusions, and that's the thing that I think we should talk about. Faith is better left for something like religion, which the shape of the Earth is certainly not. So we're not going to sit here and talk about semantics of faith and this and that. We're going to go with the accepted definitions of things, and you're going to provide me evidence as to why you don't think the Earth is the shape that we say it is.
We're living on a disk, floating through space, with a tiny sun.
Okay, well, my argument is that your entire basis for the model of your Earth is based on faith, and I could prove that.
No, sorry, you're wrong. Faith isn't involved in this conversation. I will talk about. I will only talk about data and conclusions that come from that data. Faith isn't something that's included because science doesn't require faith. Frankly, science doesn't give a fuck about faith or your feelings. Science only gives a fuck about data and conclusions.
What?
My name. It is pronounced data.
Oh?
You called me data.
What's the difference?
One is my name. The other is not.
So we're going to leave faith out of this, and you are going to tell me why, with actual evidence, that you don't think the Earth is flat. We're not going to talk about semantics and what people think. We're going to talk about the actual shape of the Earth.
Okay, so when you say you have data, if I was given a book of data from an unknown source, and then I believe that data, would that be faith or scientific evidence?
'Cause I gotta have faith.
Well, if that data comported with reality, which all the data regarding the globe Earth model does, then no faith is required because you just see that it comports with reality and you make predictions based on that. Sorry,
so
but
here,
faith doesn't. No. You're not talking over me. This is my channel, and we are not going to talk about faith. We are going to talk about the shape of the planet. So, please present me some evidence that the Earth is not a globe.
You're jumping ahead.
No, I'm not. I'm not. No, you will answer questions here. There is no talk about faith and semantics. We are going to talk. No. And we're not talking about faith. I don't care if you want to prove faith or not. I would like you to give some evidence of the shape of the Earth.
I'm not proving faith in general. I'm proving that all of what you say is evidence for the globe Earth is faith.
No. Sorry, I've just explained that I don't have faith. I have data.
I know you explained it. You have data.
So now we're going to move on. No. We're going to move on from that, and you are going to present some evidence for the shape of the Earth. That's why you're here.
You have faith.
No, because that's not why we're here. We're talking. I don't.
We're here to disprove the globe.
I do not have. Right, I'm talking. I do not have faith. Okay, in so much as I don't. When I'm talking, you don't. Shut up. Be quiet, or I'll just mute you and carry on talking. Okay. Right. I don't have faith in so much as I don't have faith that 1 + 1 is 2. I just know it is because that is where the evidence leads me. Okay, 1 + 1 is 2. I don't need faith for that because it is a fact. In the same way, FG equals GM1 M2 over R squared is a fact because it's a mathematical thing that is comporting with reality. So I don't need faith because I know it works. Faith is not required. Now, let's move on, and you please present some evidence for the shape of the planet.
Okay, so when you say that you don't have faith,
no, so we're not talking about faith.
No, I'm gonna show you.
No, because I'm not talking about faith. I would like you to present some. Let's move on with the conversation now. No, let's move on with the conversation, and you present some evidence, please.
Okay, here's my evidence. When you say that time dilation is real, you have no evidence, and it is faith.
There is experimental evidence of time dilation.
So, hold on. Okay. So now we're getting somewhere. Have you done these experiments?
No, but that is called the genetic fallacy.
Okay. No. Wait. No, that's called the faith in other people's experiments.
You keep using the word. I don't think it means what you think it means.
That's called genetic fallacy, and that's not how it works, and that is not how science works. You do no. You do not overtalk me. You do not attempt to interrupt me. I am in charge here. Is that clear? Okay.
Sure.
Thank you. So, no, there is no faith. There is evidence. Okay, and we are not going to sit here and talk about semantics. Time dilation is backed up by experimental evidence that has been verified with peer review by the scientific community. I don't have faith because these things are all facts, okay? I don't need faith to understand that when an experiment is done using the proper data and methodology that is going to reach a conclusion. No faith is required because the methodology and the data is there to give me what I need. No faith is required in so much that I don't need faith for 1 + 1 = 2. Now, stop trying to attack the semantics of the argument and present some evidence as for why you don't think the Earth is a globe. And that does not mean you attack the globe. No, I haven't finished. One sec. That doesn't mean that you attack the globe. That means that you present some positive evidence for your stance. Okay? Go.
Okay, so when it comes to you not performing the experiments themselves are not what require faith, okay? Where your faith comes in is not in the experiments themselves, but when you start accepting the people that told you them.
No.
Okay, so yes, even if let me finish. Even if the date, see, what you're doing is you're connecting, you're saying 1 + 1 = 2, therefore when I look up into the sky, time dilation is real. That's not how math works. I can see 1 + 1. I can't see time dilation. So if you want to show me
there is experimental evidence. There is experimental evidence for it doesn't matter if I did it or not. That's not how science works.
I can do what? No, I can. Yes, that is how science works.
That's not how it works. That's not how any of this works.
It's not.
Hold on, let me finish. If I said I
okay,
did
I'm going to ask you once again. No, because stop. I'll mute you. Right, because you're just going around on the same point, and I told you we're not going to have this conversation about faith.
You're avoiding the point of faith.
No,
because
I'm not here for a conversation about faith. Okay, I'm here for a conversation about the shape of the planet. Now, again,
you're denying your faith in the shape of the planet.
No, there's no faith. There's no faith. I don't have faith. I can look at data, and I can verify that data. Now, once
How
again,
do you verify time dilation? How do you verify time dilation?
with experimental data and the fact that GPS works.
No, GPS has nothing to do with time dilation.
Actually, you're very, very wrong, because time dilation plays a big factor in how GPS works. The fact is that your GPS system
you have to
has
prove time dilation right now.
shh, let me talk. Okay, your experimental data has already presented sufficient evidence to show that time dilation is correct. Now, GPS uses time dilation because your actual GPS system has to take into account the difference in speed and time because of the speed that the satellites are moving above you. So GPS system wouldn't work if Einstein's predictions around time dilation because of general relativity weren't a thing. Now, we can...
Okay, hold on, wait.
I haven't finished. We can talk about the other experimental evidence for time dilation. There has been, well, I managed to bring up at least 7. That doesn't matter. That doesn't matter. That is not how science works. No,
but you haven't. You have to do it.
Is that all you're going to do? Is that all you're going to do? If you're just going to say genetic fallacy over and over, then...
Let me get 5 seconds to get a thought out. Just give me 10 seconds to speak.
As long as you're not going to say nonsense.
No, just your entire, everything that you believe is not based on anything that you have done, but it is based on what you have been told. That's faith.
I have done plenty of physics experiments in my time to understand that the physics that we are presented with in the world is correct. I don't have faith. When I am talking, you will stop interrupting me. Okay, no, I haven't done any experiments myself in regarding time dilation. However, there's no faith, but I can look at the math. No.
But you have to accept.
There's no faith. No, because
faith comes when you accept the source of the data as true. You haven't done the experiment, so you have to accept their data as true.
No.
That's the faith part.
No.
Absolutely.
Absolutely not, because I can do the math myself and see that it works out. Now, once again, write the hand. Write the hand. Now, shut up. You don't need to slow time down. Now, shut up and listen. We are good. No, I said shut up. Right. I'll mute you. I'm going to mute you. If you don't stop over talking me, all right? We are going to move away from the conversation about faith because that is not why I'm here. Yes, we are.
It is. It is.
No,
because you have faith.
No,
you have faith, and I'm proving.
No, we are not talking about that. Next,
talking about your proof. You're going to validate your proof through a demonstrable.
Right, and then let's get one thing very clear here. I'm just going to mute you if you don't stop talking. All right. Let's get one thing very clear here. I do not have the burden of proof about anything. I have the entire scientific consensus behind me. I have what is accepted as reality. I'm talking. I have evidence that I can personally verify that the maths and physics that we are shown works in the universe around us. I have the scientific consensus. I do not have the burden of proof. If you are here to talk about the shape of the planet, then you need to present some positive evidence for your stance. And that does not include talking about faith or talking about what you think about time dilation is. That means that you present some evidence for the flat earth. And that does not mean attacking my model. That means presenting evidence for yours.
Everybody got that? Good.
You can. The thing is, I can back up everything that I say. The flat earth cannot back anything up.
You're backing it up with.
I do keep avoiding a question. Listen. This is what's going to happen. I will answer any of your questions after.
But you haven't done anything.
Shut up. Please shush and listen to me. Right. This is what's going to happen.
All you are is a Google search. That's all you can do.
Right. I'm going to mute him again because he doesn't know how to have a conversation. Right. So, right. What's going to happen here is I'm going to ask him to present some evidence, and then I will answer questions about that. I've given some questions about that evidence. After that, he can ask me any questions about the globe model. But the first thing that I would like him to do is present me with just one tiny bit of positive evidence for what he says, without talking semantics or trying to talk about what I think is faith and what the scientific consensus is. Everybody here knows exactly what burden of proof is and what the scientific consensus is. So I'm not here to have a conversation and an argument about semantics. Now, I'm going to unmute you, and I would like you to just present me with one positive evidence for your stance. Go.
Okay, so burden of proof is on the person making the claim.
No, that's not what I asked you. Why can't you?
But I'm asking you that. So you're making a claim though, and why your excuse, Hun, your excuse for why you don't have to
Stop
back it
calling me
up
Hun.
is because you don't have. I didn't say Hun.
What did you say? Because that's the third time I've heard it, and it's come from the chat.
No, I'm not calling you Hun.
What are you saying?
I don't know what word you're talking about. Let me just finish.
No, again, we're not having the talk about burden of proof. Right? I just want. We can have that later. We can have that later because I want you to present some evidence first.
It's the foundation.
Do you have any evidence for the shape of the Earth? Do you have
the foundation?
No. Do you have any evidence for the shape of the Earth being flat? Yes or no? Evidence that I can go and verify myself.
Yeah, you can look at it. It looks flat.
Well, magic is illusion. An illusion can be magical. Is what you see before you an actual reality or simply an illusion? For if it's an illusion, it must be magic.
No, that I've verified that it's not flat.
No, yeah, but that is, you can verify it by looking at it. That's what you do. You look at the sky, you verify it. No. But you're doing, okay, hold on, wait, what is the difference between...
You just said it again. What are you saying there? Hold on, or...
Hold on. Yeah, maybe I'm saying.
Right.
Hold on.
Okay.
Hold on.
Right. Okay. No. Again.
What is the difference?
It looks flat.
Let me finish.
Flat is not a valid argument.
So what is the difference between it looks like orbital mechanics and it looks like it's flat? What's the difference between those?
One of them can be backed up, the other can't.
I can back up the Earth looking flat. I can 100% back it up. I can back it looking flat. You can look at it. It looks flat. I can back
I disagree that it looks flat. When I look at the Earth and the everything around it, I can tell, based on what's going on, that it's not flat. There wouldn't be horizon on a flat Earth.
You can see curve. You can see curve of the Earth from. You see the curve from ground level as the size of an ant on it. That's what you're telling me?
2 seconds. I'll go get you some right now. I'll go get you some right now. I'll go get you some right now.
Is it the scientific consensus that you can't see the ball shape from that close to the ground?
I'm going to show you some curve right now. Hold on 2 seconds.
No, you're going to show me pictures and images. I can show you a picture of a unicorn. Does that mean a unicorn?
No, I'm going to show you a video that someone's actually made.
I can show you a video. I can show you a video of a unicorn.
Yes, but what I'm going to show you is something that you can go and verify yourself.
Scientific evidence.
It is evidence. It is evidence of something. We're not going to argue semantics.
No, it's not semantics.
Because you don't know what science is. All right.
No, well, what is science? Is it an umbrella term?
Wait. Hold on. All right, we're getting away from the fact that I asked you a question.
We're getting to the meat. No. We're getting to where your weakness.
Okay. Now, once again, so present some evidence. Your evidence bit looks flat. I can show you evidence that it isn't. I can show you
video of it being flat from a plane. I can show you video of it being flat from a weather balloon. That is great evidence. It's the same as yours. It's the same as yours.
However, your evidence doesn't hold up to scrutiny. That's the thing. Mine does.
What do you mean? What yours isn't holding up to scrutiny. You're not even letting me scrutinize it because you're protecting by saying it's the accepted model.
See, you haven't presented anything to
I presented that the Earth is observably flat.
No, I disagree. And why do you why do you think it looks flat?
What do you mean? Why do I? Because I can fucking see it. Okay. Everything I look at.
Now
I go to the salt flat. Have you ever been to the salt flats?
Answer me this question.
Have you ever been to the salt flats?
Okay, land has contours. Curve? Land has contours. All right.
Yeah, but it's not a continuous curve.
Answer me this. Answer me a question. Answer me this question.
Shh.
Right hand.
Hello. I'm Peter. Where are you from? Originally.
I'm going to tell you this once more. When I'm talking, you shut up. Okay? Right. Answer me a question. But this is how it's going to work, all right? There's going to be a question asked, and there's going to be an answer given. No bullshit, okay? On a globe, what would you expect to see from ground level?
The water rolling off of it to the bottom of the Earth and falling off.
What the hell did you just say?
Well, that's fucking stupid, because north isn't up and south isn't down. But I'm talking about visually, what would you expect to see if... Just for 1 second, play the hypothetical game with me, all right? And just accept for 1 second that the Earth is a ball with a spheroid, an oblate spheroid with a circumference of approximately 25,000 miles, and you're standing on it. What would you expect to see from ground level?
I would expect to probably the curve and all the water rolling off to the bottom of the Earth.
Okay, well,
under my feet. All the water would be rolling.
None of those things is what our model would suggest. For instance, you would not. No, I'm talking. All right, I've asked you a question, and now I'm going to explain something.
I know, but you asked me for a hypothetical.
Yeah, and now I'm going to explain to you why you were wrong.
One extremely annoying shift later.
So,
right. No, you're just claiming you accept what you're given. So, how is that any different than what I'm doing?
Because I can actually back up what I say with maths that I know that works.
But you can't do those experiments.
Now let's move on to another question, because you obviously lose on that point as well. Moderator, I'm going to move on because I think we've bashed this on the head enough. We agree that you're a moron. That's correct. All right, so let's go with another piece of evidence that the Earth is, in fact, a spinning globe. And I am going to say that that is Polaris and the Southern Cross being two separate points in the sky that have separate rotation, clockwise and counterclockwise. This could not be possible on a flat stationary Earth. It is only possible on a globe. Our axis of alignment is currently with Polaris and the Southern Cross. The precession of Polaris is a well-registered and documented thing. You can look in almanacs and see in about 26,000 years, the North Star will be a different star. These observations are evidence that we live on a spinning globe because they are completely impossible on a flat Earth.
Okay, so all you're doing is making declarations and then saying they're impossible on a flat Earth. That's all you're doing, and that's all this is. That's all this is. This is you. Let me finish. I didn't get to finish. All he is doing, he's saying, I have this machine over here, Google, the Lorna, whatever it is. It says this. It's correct. You can't question it. Anything you question with it is wrong because this model is correct. Logical fallacy. So he is closing the debate before it has been opened because he is saying his model is correct, and all he's doing is just spewing a line of information, but I can't attack any of the information because it's a logical fallacy. So
he didn't attack any of the information.
Sorry,
my bad.
All he is doing is just bum rushing me with information that is not his, that he did not gather, that he did not do, declaring I can't scrutinize it because logical fallacy, and then asking me to come up with another explanation that he will declare wrong because his model is right, but I can't question it because it's a logical fallacy. That's what
No, here's the thing. You can scrutinize the evidence, but do so without committing a logical fallacy.
But here's the problem.
Hold on. I am giving you a tip. I am trying to help you in this. Listen to the advice that is being given, and it may actually help you get somewhere in this. You can scrutinize the evidence, but do not do so while committing a logical fallacy yourself. 1. 2, when you are presented with something that has a viable explanation from the model you are trying to counter, you do have to, by saying it's not that, you do have to attempt, at least make an attempt, to explain how this observation can happen if that is not the case. You do need to try to provide a counter other than they're lying, it's fake, it's technology. Try to come up with something viable to counter that is not a logical fallacy, and you will not have the problem of people calling you out on that.
But
So,
the only, no, hold on. The
wait,
only
it's my
logical
turn to
fallacy,
speak. My turn to speak. Right. The evidence this time is the fact that we have 2 points of rotation. Okay, I'm not making a logical fallacy. I am stating something, a fact. I am making a claim that there are 2 points of rotation. Wait, I haven't finished talking. I haven't finished talking. All right. That it is a 100% fact that there is 2 points of rotation on this planet. I have personally seen both of them. I have crossed the equator and watched Polaris disappear and a second point of rotation appear in the sky. I'm not making any random claims about somebody else. This is something that I have personally seen, and so has billions of other people around the planet. There is 2 rotational points around in the sky. One goes around Polaris, one goes around the Southern Cross. They go in opposite directions. if you could please explain to me how this is possible on a flat stationary Earth, I would be greatly appreciative.
Okay, so this is what ball earthers do. He just said 100% this. Then he said, you need to explain it. So what they'll do is they'll say, if you attack anything I say, it's a logical fallacy. Anything you say to explain it, I'll say it's wrong because my model says it's right. You can't attack my model because it's a logical fallacy. And that's where we're at. Anything I say that, anything to question anything in your model, you say it's a logical fallacy because it's been proven by somebody else and I don't need to prove it. Then when I present any, when I present any evidence to the contrary, you'll just say your evidence is wrong because something I didn't do is right by somebody else. I have logic, and that's all it is. All it is you making declarations on behalf of somebody else, not providing any evidence outside of observations, but not proof of causation. You can't prove the like, here's the thing. If I can see 2 points of rotation on my cell phone in a pattern like the sky, you can see it in the sky. That doesn't prove causation. If my cell phone screen can present Neptune and its orbits that I can see in reality on my screen, then the sky can do that. And then when you just make a declaration about the sky, you're committing a logical fallacy. So it's like, and this is all it is. This has just been nonstop. You make a declaration. You
if I can respond,
I can't attack it. Yes, please do something with that.
If I can respond,
right. Before you respond,
I don't want to lose my train of thought.
I have a simple question for Right the Hand.
I'll write it down.
Right the Hand. Were you paying attention to the advice I gave you?
Yes, and I don't care because this is the point. This is the point. No, hold on. Let me finish. Let me. Because he's protecting. No, I care about the truth.
You want answers? I think I'm entitled. You want answers? I want the truth. You can't handle the truth.
And when you say you cannot attack it, that's not scientific method. That's not science. That's not curiosity. Yes, you are. You're saying I cannot ask any questions because it has been established by scientific consensus. And I need to come up with an alternative theory, which you will then dismiss because yours is right, because I couldn't prove yours was wrong, because I have to commit a logical fallacy to question it. That's what you guys do. And I knew I was wondering how he was going to get out of this, and it is he gets out of it by not declaring it faith, but a logical fallacy to question it. So he doesn't have faith in everything. It's a logical fallacy to question. Yes.
If I can respond, if I can please respond. If I can please respond.
I know what you're going to say. I know what you're.
Okay. Right. Now shut up and let me respond. Okay. Apart from the fact that you made a bunch of claims there about things, I am not making a simple claim that can't be backed up by everybody else. And asking you to give me an alternative explanation isn't committing a logical fallacy. It is asking how this would be possible on a model that you subscribe to. Whereas in my model, I can explain exactly how those rotations occur. However, what you have just said is, yeah, that can happen if the sky's a screen. So you there are making the claim that the sky is a screen, which I would need you to back up. But that doesn't really meet the point of you addressing the fact that the observations of two rotating points in the sky of circumpolar stars comports with the reality that we live on a spinning globe with these stars in the universe around us. So what I would very much like for you to do is, I'm going to say that your answer to my question about the stars is that the sky is a screen. So I would now like you to present me with some evidence that the sky is a screen.
Okay, so the evidence for the sky being the screen is the exact same evidence that you have for being at outer space. It's us both standing on the ground, observing it, and saying, look, we see lights. They're both the exact same.
Okay, except I can back up that space is real. I can show evidence that space is real. Don't overtalk me. Don't overtalk me. I can present many evidences that show that space is real and that there isn't a big screen in the sky. Because if there was a big screen in the sky, that rocket that you watched go up would have smashed into a big screen. There isn't, you can't just make a claim and say, that because that's what I see, because I can actually back up my claim of it not being a screen and being a vacuum with many, many, many evidences that you will just dismiss because I haven't seen them myself. But that's not really the point. Everyone can see who's being the moron here. So your claim of it being a screen needs to be substantiated with more than, well, it looks like a screen to me. Because that's literally your only argument is it looks flat or the sky looks like a screen.
But literally your only argument
now,
is
if you could please substantiate the fact
screens
that...
are real. Look down at your cell phone. That screen is real. So screens are real. Orbital mechanics is not real. So I have more evidence for my claim than you do for yours.
Wait. Bullshit. Wait, orbital... Wait, I'm talking.
Objects in reality orbiting each other. I can show you a screen in reality.
Right,
I'm winning. No, you can't. No, you can show me lights orbiting each other, which can be displayed
I'm still on the screen thing. All right, the sky, a screen that large does not exist anywhere. The largest screen. I haven't finished talking.
You committed a...
Right. Okay. So the largest current screen was a screen that Sony showed at the Tokyo technology show a few months ago. That is, I think, just over 1,000 foot, and it goes along the entire wall. That is the biggest commercial screen in the world, apart from cinemas and things like that. So the technology for a screen that large doesn't exist anywhere in the world unless you can present me with evidence of that technology existing. Can you?
Sorry,
no, hold on.
There you go.
So wait, all he does is he goes, that's a logical fallacy when you say it cannot be. That's a logical fallacy.
I didn't say anything about logical fallacy.
You did. Yes, you did. You said it cannot be.
That is saying that I hang on
from ignorance. How can you just
really?
Say, well,
you're going to interrupt when I'm trying to clarify and help you.
It can't be a screen because I say so. That's what.
No, I'm actually asking you to present evidence of there being
a
giant screen that big. My cell phone is evidence of a 7-inch screen. It is not evidence that there is
a screen. It's evidence of a screen. You don't have any of orbital mechanics.
Oh, actually, I do have evidence of orbital mechanics because you can just go and look at the Jovian moons of Jupiter, and
but those are lights on a screen. So what is the lights on a screen? You're using your
stop interrupting. No. If you want me to respond, then you need to stop talking over me. I can prove that the fact that is evidence of orbital mechanics because the fact that, well, proof is the wrong word there. I'm going to correct myself. I can give evidence of orbital mechanics being a real thing by looking at the Jovian moon systems and by looking at our own moon system and looking at our solar system, and the fact that the predictions from the model that we have and the maths based around orbital mechanics work out all of the time. The fact that we know how to put things into geostationary orbit, for instance, direct satellite TV, Sky TV in the UK, they have satellites that are in orbit 37,000 miles up, I think, because that's the only height that altitude that you can have for a geostationary orbit. So orbital mechanics is a real thing because I've watched Sky TV, and without orbital mechanics, I wouldn't have been able to get my satellite television.
All right, so give me 30 seconds. This is my last comment because clearly this is going nowhere. I'm going to sum it up for the audience in what my take on everything. Okay, so in that entire last rant, you said I know satellites are real because I get satellite TV. Again, what you do is you make an observation. Okay, you get a TV image. You don't know the source or origin, and then you make a declaration that it comes from space. And then hold on, let me finish. This is my last thing. So when you said I have proof of orbital mechanics, and you say look up at the sky, that's proof of orbital mechanics. But I'm saying you can look at lights on a screen that orbit, and that's the exact same thing. And your proof that it's not that is that it is itself. You're saying it can't be the thing on a screen because look at it, it's going round and round. That means it's orbital mechanics. But I can see that exact representation on a screen. So it can't be orbital mechanics, and that's the logical fallacy you commit. You say it must be this when it can be something else on a screen, and then you say it must be it because we see it happening the way I say it. It's absolute nonsense.
Okay,
You
right.
say
That's
you
his
see
30
lights moving-
seconds.
Hold on. You say you see
no, you've had
lights
your 30
moving in a
seconds. I'm
pattern.
going to respond to that.
No, let him keep digging. Aw, he ran away. Because here's the thing, I was going to ask him that how can it be just simply images on a screen when the first telescopes predated cell phones and computers and screened technology
I was getting
by
there.
how many hundreds of years?
I was getting there. This is what I was trying to push him with the proof of that technology existing, because his answer to everything was, well, it could be something else. Well, it could be something else. Well, it could be something else, with no kind of nothing to back it up in any way, shape, or form. So yeah.
I need to interrupt. Hey,
yeah?
I want to move you to the room right the hands in.
We're gonna what now?
I'm gonna move you to the room right the hands in. He decided to go into the hub voice chat room instead of the debate room.
Okay, I'm gonna read out some super chats. Give me 1 sec to get them up. Okay, 666 from Rangerman9404. Wait, you're debating Hamburger Helper. Yeah.
No, he's having a talk, dude. All you do is make a declaration.
Here he is,
he makes a
declaration man.
About the sky. He makes a declaration about the sky, and then anytime somebody wants to question it, he says it's a logical fallacy.
Tell me this, big boy. What screens did they have like when telescopes were invented? What screens were in the sky then?
Clearly, whoever made the Earth can make a better screen than man can.
Right. So you're going with the big magic maker man in the sky, and you're talking about faith.
You're looking at the sky and making a
let's
declaration.
carry on
Why
with the
can't
super
I?
chats.
No.
Sexy81, $1. Thank
That's
you.
all he wants is some money.
Casual Spaceman, cracking job, FTFE, keeping off faith and semantics as he always does.
Indoctrination.
Fight the flock, fight the flock, fight the flock, fight the